and welcome back for more ticket-punching goodness than a train ride on the Orient Express in Perfidious Beat Darkest Dungeon. And it's all aboard, baby. All aboard. We're gonna get some more people on here who are looking to have their ticket punched, and unlike the Orient Express, where people sort of deserve to have their ticket punched, these people already had their ticket punched. They just didn't necessarily deserve it. We picked up old Winifred Burke and Nick Great Balls of Fire Bradshaw, who got his brain splattered all over the inside of his canopy of aircraft. Jack Dawson, we're just never going to let go of him. Terry Plot Coupon Bauer, and old Rita Morgan. None of them deserved it. At the possible exception of Jack Dawson. I mean, he did seduce another man's fiancée. That's kind of a scumbag move, Dawson. Kind of a scumbag move. But let's see if we can go find you guys a mission down in the dungeon. We had a whole bunch of heroes. Our roster is now officially full, so until we can upgrade our stagecoach again, we're not going to be able to pick up any new personnel, and it's going to be a while because we need 20 deeds to upgrade our size. We have 2. Let's see what kind of missions are available this week. Do we need to... What team are we going to take in, actually? Let's decide. If we're going to take in a new team, it feels like maybe taking Terry Bauer along is objectively just not a great decision. But I think Jack Dawson, Nick Bradshaw, Winifred Burke, and Rita Morgan ought to do just fine. So let's get them something to do. Go kill the Necromancer Apprentice. Level 0 guys, probably not the mission we're going to want to have them tackle. We do have a medium apprentice to gather 3 holy relics, and this gets us... You know, this is not an unreasonable trinket. It's not a great trinket, but it's not terrible. Or alternatively, we could pick up another Book of Constitution, which it's not that good. Book of Revelation is not bad. It's not great. Do we want to go to the Cove? No, we learned our lesson about taking newbies into the Cove, although the Chirurgeon's Charm is useful. That's a short mission, though, and we should really like to do medium missions. Veteran mission? No, we don't. I don't even think we have a team that can go. We could send, like, our A team, who are all level 2, but that just seems foolish. What do we got up here? Plague Doctor's Herb. Or Book of Constitution. Well, the Plague Doctor's Herb is not really useful, but... Which is more useful, busts or portraits? Probably portraits, because we do need those for at least upgrades. Looks like we're headed into the ruins, then. Grab the team, beat it, scram. You guys need a little stress relief and a little bit of R&R, honestly, a little relaxation. So let's grab Jack Dawson. Oh, you know what? We're going to need to adjust some skills here, it occurs to me. Rita Morgan will bring you here. You're going to have to work out of the 3rd spot, Rita, but that's fine. You're fine from the 3rd slot. Let's head back, go over to the guild very quickly. Got a couple skills we're going to need to adjust. So we have Finale, but we don't have Solo. We're going to want that. We also have Battle Ballad and Inspiring Tune. That's got you taken care of. Jack Dawson, what do you got here, Dawson? All right, you have Solemnity, which I like. Purge. Honestly, Purge is not this useful. But I would really rather just go ahead and have Withstand. The self-stress relief is quite nice. Take that for you. Terry Bauer, you're not going in the dungeon. We don't care what skills you got. Winnie, what do you got there, Fred? Actually, I guess we should call her Fred, not Winnie, because Winifred Burke went by Fred. Lunge, not terrible. Flashing Daggers, also not terrible. Thrown Dagger, Poison Dart, okay. Shadow Fade, Pick to the Face, Toxin Trickery. I mean, all of these are good. Let's pick up Shadow Fade. Do we want Pick to the Face? We're never going to have you in front position, but you can use it from 2. I mean, I suppose that's fine. And then Rita Morgan just needs Judgment and the big heal. And we're good. So let's get these skills equipped just to make sure our team has got what we want them to have. Do we want to go with Lunge? You know what? Yeah, let's do it, because we've got a Jester in the party. We're going to get some movement around. She might be able to lunge back to the front, although we wouldn't really want her lunging in front of the Jest. You know what? Now that I think about it, that's objectively a bad idea. We should take Pick to the Face, Flash and Daggers, Thrown Dagger, and, I mean, we could... Let's throw a little Shadow Fade on there just because it's plus 20 dodge, and plus 20 dodge is useful. Although Poison Darts would do us some good turn if we are going into the ruins, which we are. More useful than Shadow Fade? It's a bit of a wash-up. Thrown Dagger and Flashing Daggers. Yeah, we'll stick... this is fine. Alright then. Get Bradshaw open. Get rid of this crap. We want the good abilities. Give me the Finale. Give me the Solo. Give me the Battle Ballad. Give me that Inspiring Tune. And give me the Rita Morgan. I don't know why I'm trying to drag these troopers around. All we got to do is really click on them. Let's get rid of Purge. We're going to pick up Withstand and Solemnity instead. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of Solemnity for now. We'll pick up Purge and Withstand. And then for old Rita Morgan, standard Vestal build. Not a whole lot of variation in our Vestals. They pretty much work exactly the same all the time. Not a lot of variation in those Vestals. Do we want to give her Jania's head? No. Although we do have stress relief in this party. We could have a Jester grind down some stress. I don't really feel like we should take it, though, going into our first dungeon at rank 0. We're going to get a big tag of stress just for walking in a door. Arbalest Greaves. Is there anything else we want to equip you guys with? Blight Charm. -2 dodge for 20% blight resistance. Doesn't seem particularly useful. Unholy Slayer's Ring. That we should take simply because we're going to be fighting some Unholy, so let's do that. Is there anything else we want out of here? Health Stone. We could go for... Your dodge is already at 0, so we might as well take the damage stone for the extra damage. If you can't dodge anyway, might as well take the damage. Jester. We'll give you the Jester's dice, sure. +4 dodge. Not unreasonable. You know what? Let's also just give you a dodge stone. We'll take a -1 speed for a little bit of extra dodge. 23 dodge at this level. That's pretty good. Winnie, what are we going to do with you? Max HP for -, speed, blight resistance. None of this seems exceptionally useful for you, really. Debuff stone, Jania's head, health stone. We could give you some resistance. We could make you resistance to blights and bleeds. You know what? Sure. We'll take a slight penalty to disease resist to give you that blights and bleed resistance. And Rita Morgan is going to get, I think, fuck all. Pretty much exactly the same thing she got in Dexter. Just be like, what'd you get? Oh, I got my throat cut in the bathtub by the Trinity Killer, and that's really the best thing that can be said about my run in that show. Things didn't work out well for Rita. I'm sorry, Rita. Things didn't really work out very well for the actress that played Rita after she left Dexter either, so it turned out to be kind of a career-killing move. Not that she had a choice. That's one where you can't really pin that one on the actor or actress for making a foolish decision. It's not, I mean, they kill her off because they thought, interesting note, they thought C. Thomas Howell, back when they were shooting season 4 Dexter, they found out he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they were worried that he might die. So they actually wrote an end to Dexter. The season finale of season 4 of Dexter was actually theoretically the last episode, and they just sort of wrote an ending. Things come full circle, and then he got better, and suddenly they were scrambling to come up, which is why season 5 is such a piece of trash. Shovels? Sure, why not? Let's take 3. Food, we got a medium mission. This time we're going to try and actually remember to camp at the end of the mission rather than just abandon it halfway through, uncamped like an idiot. We will take 1 anti-venom. I think we'll take 1 bandage. We should have a tub of holy water because I got a Vestal. Why no free holy water? I guess we only get so many freebies. We'll take a key just in case we get the super secret scout and can find a secret room. Is there anything else we want? Torches, but other than that, no, we're good. Take our standard accoutrement of torches, 14. Seems to be, we always seem like 14 is the perfect number for the medium dungeon. You know what? Let's just take 2 full stacks of food. No reason to... There's no reason to be a skinflint here. No reason to cheap out on the food. Pay for good grub. That's just good life advice from Perfidious Pete. Don't cheap out on your food. Pay for the good stuff. You're going to be glad you did. Get the high quality ingredients. Don't go for your bargain budgeman. If the solid, like, I don't want to pimp a brand here, but let's say your choices are like some generic regular Idaho russet potatoes, or for an extra like 29 cents for an 8-pound bag. You can get yourself some sweet green giant big old russet Yukon Gold bacon potatoes. Pay the extra 39 cents and take the Yukon Golds, baby. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. So we got to gather 3 holy relics, and this dungeon layout is a holy relic of a train wreck. This is real shitty. We're going to have to do an absolute truckload of backtracking, and there's no way we're not going to run into something down one of these paths. If we can't kill both of these guys before they ever get a chance to go, I'm going to be supremely disappointed in everyone. Let's start by grinding down some stress. Battle Ballad is going to do us very little good here. We should be able to kill these guys with like 1 swing. Our leper should kill both of these guys with a hew. But just to facilitate that, we're going to scatter around a little bit of damage. He's got to do literally 1 damage to kill the back rank, and there it is. All right, perfect. Little stress relief, 750 bonus gold. We will take it. Came out of that fight better than we went in. Salvaging an unburned torch. First room, so far, so good. Light that torch, baby. Light it up. Get a pitchfork. Maybe chase around a Frankenstein. Who knows? There's our tempting goblet. That's fine. Our jester can take a little bit of damage. I got it. We got to remember to put our jester in the front rank. That's something we definitely need to do. Front rank Jester is a thing that has to happen. We're going to go for the flashing dagger. Was hoping for the crit there. Didn't quite get it. Give me the battle ballad. If we can beat these guys on some speed rolls, there's a non-zero chance we could kill them next turn, where they've got a chance to hit us with the big stress attack. Like that one, which was an aggregate ton of stress. 7 damage. All right, respectable. That opens up potential for a kill there. If our grave robber can beat that guy on a speed roll, she can put a knife in his heart before he's got a chance to go. First time we've been hit for actual damage. Jack Dawson takes 7. He's tough. He can take it. Oh, beautiful. You didn't get to kill. You know what? You have no one to blame for that tempting goblet but yourself, Winifred Burke. That's on you. That's on you. We'll go for one more battle ballad, then I think after that we'll focus exclusively on stress relief. 1 kill for Dawson. Put some solid damage into that guy. There was no way we could have gotten our Accusatron back there, but he only did 11 this time rather than hit us with the AoE, which is nice. Let's make sure this man has no chance to hurt us ever again. Comes an Axe Blade for Dawson. We're going to want to throw a big heal at Dawson. He's starting to get a little banged up. Or alternatively, maybe we just have him heal himself. Even with massive crit bonuses, we cannot manage to get that man dead. And Rita Morgan with the whiff, that's exactly what we needed. And we're taking another Doomsay as a result. Fantastic. The stress is already climbing out of control. 49 is our high. No, 57 is our high. All right. Goose, sing me a little Great Balls of Fire, dog. I kind of feel like I've lost that love and feeling, I'm not going to lie. We're not going to be taking any more damage. We could not, I would have loved to have tried to grind maybe a little stress relief, but we could not give that guy an opportunity to attack us ever again.
Push on to the task's end.
We're going to chance the chest. It's trapped. Unfortunate, but we resisted, which means no stress. Really more worried about the stress than we were anything else. We do need to get rid of some inventory items, though. That's coming up. Okay, another fight. Did we surprise? No, we got surprised. Not the end of the... We got to get our Jester to the front rank. You know what? For this fight, let's just do exclusively stress relief. Goose is going to be our next worst. We'll pick to the face. 6 damage. It'll do. We can mace bash one, maybe for the kill. Winnie taking a stun. She's also marked. This guy's going to bite. Yeah, definitely. The critical is very unfortunate. Our leper can do nothing but try and work his way back to the front. Mace bash from Rena Morgan pulls a kill. Grave Robber is stunned. She needs anti-venom now. You're not really even that hurt. You know what? We could solo and move to the front, but that doesn't really do us any good at all. Instead, let's grind some stress relief. We need to get our Jester to the front of the party. I always got to forget to start our Jester in slot 1 so that he can lead every combat with a finale. That's the smart way to play. Party heal? Why not? Everybody's at least a little injured. I would have loved to have seen us heal for more than 1 off of that, but I guess it was not to be. Pick to the face? Yes. And there's the kill. Well, we got 3 stress relief. Do we want to use our anti-venom here? We might as well. We needed to get something out of our inventory anyway, and the anti-venom was the most convenient thing. So let's put our party back in its original order and then actually put it in the correct order. First original, then correct. It's like Colonel Sanders' chicken. First they had original recipe, and then they got extra crispy, which I think we'll all agree is the correct recipe. So we're going to have you do this. No, that was supposed to be this man so that I could hit people with absolutely devastating finales, but good for you. I'm a little salty about that, actually. It would have been good for either our leper or our Jester. All right, here comes a coral. Rita Morgan. Well, at least you took it in a heart this time, so we should be able to finale you. Oh, why? We can't hit this man? All right, well, we can hit you. 15 damage. Can't hit rank 4 with that, but this will facilitate a kill. 1 kill plus halfway home on this guy, which means our leper should be able to get at least one of these dudes with a... Ouch. Oh, Winnie's in deep shit. The coral is not coming at her, which is good. We got to get a big heal on Winifred Burke immediately. Divine Grace. It's a crit. It's a minimum-sized crit, but it was a crit. 8 damage from Jack Johnson is a nice start. Little bump of the night. Dodge it! Winnie did not dodge, but did manage to stay off of death's door, so that's something. Throw in, you know what? We cannot have you getting hit again. Go for the Shadow Fade. Even though that obviates our ability to heal from our current situation. So let's do this. We're going to move our Jester back to the front. Give these guys the debuff so we can get another big heal on Winnie. Dodge it. You gotta be kidding me, you toxic trickery, girl.
Be gone,
What good is that if it doesn't help us out? 1 kill there. We're gonna go knife to the heart for this man. That should set us up for a finale kill, rather, with our Jester. He's got the debuff for the damage, and now it's gonna be stacked up, and the debuff was just enough to keep us from getting all the way home. Rita Morgan takes 1 to the face. Guess we'll go for our heal. It's not going as well as we might have liked. Let's purge. We can bust up the corpses, move this man to the front. All we gotta do is win a speed roll. Okay, all we gotta do is win 2 speed rolls. Stress relief. Did not. Okay. Bayonet jabbed for 3. Well, we may as well go for the heal at this point. Here, do this. We'll take the group heal, then we'll have our leper just self-heal. And by that I mean stress reduce. Makes him immune to damage, get rid of dying stress. We may as well take this. Nothing good could come. We weren't really toying with him, guys. We really, really weren't. Fine, just mace bash him. Let's get this over with. We also found our first holy relic. 125 gold, picked up a little extra food. The food, I think we're going to just go ahead and nosh on. So, party order, go back to normal, and then go back to correct. So we're going to move you here. No. I don't want to... Just move him to the front spot, man. And then also, touch the thing. So we got 1 of 3 holy relics. That leaves us with 2 to go. I would love to see no additional holy relics, except we have no choice because this room is... It's got a quest location, which means we're going. Books we are not going to touch. Never touch books. That's the darkest dungeon lesson. Reading is not fundamental. Reading is fundamentally bad. We've gotten rid of our debuff. We got a pretty good chance to kill that act. Even as the words came out of my mouth, Darkest Dungeon was spitting in it. Thanks, Darkest Dungeon. Rita Morgan's going to do a little bit of self-healing. Let's... Here, soften this, of course, with the dodge. Beautiful. Why is our Jester last? Should theoretically have the highest speed in the party. Everybody's going to go before the Jester. Not quite, but damn close. 12 off of our finale, and that unit would be dead if we had not gotten... the dodge, hideously unlucky with the thrown knife from our grave robber, but our grave robber did pick him up. Okay, this is fine. Throw a knife into her heart. Or never hit her ever. That's the other thing we could do. Just let it pile up the stress. It's fine. We don't need to participate in this fight. Everything's going so well, I don't really feel like we need to be here. We got a lot of stress. Why is it so dark? Maybe a dodge. Still no chance. Alright, Winnie is now bleeding as well. Let's go for the big hit. Jack Dawson with the kill. If somebody could hit this fucker, that'd be real nice. Want to whiff again? No, finally managed to connect now that it's far, far too late to actually do anything about our situation. Perfect. Use this bandage so you don't die. Darkest Dungeon, you're making me real salty here. Real salty. Undeservedly so. The saltiest thing is this freaking dungeon layout. That's 2 holy relics. We got 1 to go. The problem with these quests, and they do have a slightly better base rate of pay, but the thing that's bad about these quests is you can't really haul a lot of treasure out of the dungeon. We cannot afford to have you doing anything. We can have 4 crests.
Trinkets and baubles.
Let's go ahead and burn a torch. I don't want to get in an encounter at really low light levels. That would be bad. We might also need to consider camping. We got a lot of backtracking to do here. Unless our quest location is down this tunnel, and as much as I might like to explore for further curios, it might be to our benefit to just go ahead and leave.
Such missteps are the exception.
We might want to just camp and leave instead. More books that we are definitely not going to touch. Room battle? Quest location? Room battle, not a quest location. We got surprise here. We really need to take advantage of this surprise, guys. We really need to capitalize on this. Flashing daggers. You know what? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to try and get the stress unit killed before they got a chance to go, but I should have known better. I should have been a Richard Marx song. I should have known better. And we're probably looking at our first loss, because I have a strong feeling that Winifred Burke here is going to go down. We're going to take a lot of back-to-back consecutive attacks. There's Death's Door. And now she's probably going to take an axe blade to the face, and we're looking at both a failure. Yep, yeah, we're done then. Unbelievable. I hate surprising enemies. Run away. We're not going to stay and fight.
This skirmish may be lost, but the battle may yet be won.
It seems pretty unlikely that the battle's going to be won, since everybody here is afflicted. Well, okay. He's not afflicted, but still.
Many fall.
Can I take the inventory thing, please? Just burn the damn torch. Now we got to leave the dungeon. Everybody's going to be afflicted after this, though. So let's just go ahead and abandon this quest. And there we go. We lost one hero, which means we have a total of 9 more that we can lose during the course of this run. And we wasted a week. This was perfect. Fantastically done, everybody. Our one gravedigger is now dead. Man, when he got jossed hard, old Fred took it twice. Got it in Angel, got it here. Also, Rita Morgan picked up scattering, which hardly matters. Her range skills never hit anyway. And Jack Dawson hates people, probably because they dropped him off of a boat into freezing water. Oh, what a salt fest. That's, I hate surprising enemies.
All my life,
I hate it.
could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
Hate it. I hate it. It's
Thirst for discovery that could be
it's so much not to your advantage to surprise enemies. I would love there to be a trinket that just makes us never surprise an enemy. If there was a trinket that said you will never surprise the enemies while wearing this trinket, I would wear it. I would make sure to take it in every dungeon. I really would. I hate surprising enemies. It's always to your detriment. These guys suck. We don't want them. Ah, Darkest Dungeon. Why do you make surprise so punishing? Why do you make surprising the enemy a bad thing? It's almost exclusively the only way we lose people anymore. We surprise the enemy, then they get to hit us 19 times in a row. And you're saying, Pete, it wouldn't have mattered. Those guys all got to swing. Yes, fine, you're right. It wouldn't have mattered. But if we hadn't have been going for the surprise round kill, instead of trying to throw that lightning bolt and get the kill on the stress unit in the surprise round, what we would have done is just healed instead. That's what we would have done. That's why I'm salty. It's not that they got to attack in a row, because honestly, it wouldn't have really mattered. If we hadn't gotten the surprise, though, I would have healed. I would have healed. If we weren't trying to gun for a kill to make sure that we didn't get 17 goblets of blood thrown in our face in a row, I would have healed. Also, if we hadn't have surprised them, not only would I have healed, but the reason I didn't heal with a surprise is because with them attacking so many times in a row, the heal wouldn't have mattered. We would have taken so much damage, we still would have been on death's door, and they would have had, theoretically, 3 more attacks at Fred before she actually got killed. Going for the damage is the right move in that case. We just got unlucky. I hate surprise. I hate it. I hate it. I don't ever want to surprise anything. I really don't. But what I'm surprised about is that, well, at least this episode is over. Technically, it's no surprise, because ultimately they all win. But still, I'm surprised to be as relieved as I am. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon and us getting our tunes killed because we got unlucky enough to surprise the enemy, might consider subscribing as well, because it's about the only way we ever lose people. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.